ODB Kels.
Box.
So, okay, and that's what it is, because I was like, so first of all, we love ODB, period, right? He's just a dope motherfucker, right? Yeah. But I was like, is it out the box, on the beat, only the dope, only the best? Right. All right, so
why like that, only the best?
Why ODB?
Out the box, because this is basically what I'm doing with my music and with the book and everything. I'm trying to get people to reach a lot higher level of consciousness. And within that, you have to think outside the box. You know what I'm saying? So ODB is really out the box. It's like thinking outside the box when it comes to, first of all, listening to your intuition, listening to your spirit, listening to your heart, and just being your most authentic person that you can be without all of the distortions of fucking programming, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. So that's what ODB, and so that it represents that in the foundation, but it is a spinoff and a homage to Old Dirty Bastard. Okay. Because he was doing the same shit. Like Wu-Tang was really doing the same shit. They were the first innovators when it came to like out the box type shit.
No one had AKAs until Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? The mafioso stuff was kind of. It was there, but it was really more prevalent after them, and obviously the spirituality, 5%. I mean, for some of us that really fuck with older stuff, maybe. Yeah. But like for real, it was Wu-Tang that brought that.
It was Wu-Tang that brought that essence of originality on that level of where they were in music, but they were representing consciousness in their state of music at that time. You know what I'm saying? And even though like it was some D-boy shit, because like that's what we know. Like we out the mud, everybody out the mud. Right. But like everybody in their capacity to be able to fucking lift the level of consciousness and what they can do, and they were like innovators in that shit. You know?
This is about to be a hell of a combo. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right, let's start. Hey, what's up, Guan? Bonjour, Famil. Bump Jonas here, and I'm chilling with
Out the Box Kels, ODB Kels.
We about to have a sit down and Syke, y'all. Let's get started.
Let's get it.
Oh, shit. Okay. Now, we already started off with some real, I just had to know, had to ask, right?
Yeah.
But you cracked it open already with the deepness, right? Wu-Tang, metaphysical, spirituality, getting uplifting and shit.
Definitely.
Let's take it back just a little bit.
All right.
Who is ODB Kels? What do you do and why?
All right. So, ODB Kels, Out the Box Kels is more so right now in this element is the spokesperson for the music and the spirituality and the consciousness level of elevating. Kels is just really a shy sensitive girl, you know what I'm saying? And so I just meshed them together to be as authentic as I can be where we are in times and music and shit like that. Women have, and men, we all have this idea or notion of what we are supposed to represent when it comes to music. And so I'm like the opposite of that. I'm like out the box and the opposite of that.
Right, okay.
And so that's what we are right now.
I like that. Yeah. So I'm usually, I wait a little bit before I give flowers, but I want to give you your flowers now. And the number one thing I want to say is that you're a genuine person. Like the energy that you put in the DMs, the energy that you have on the reels and on the screen is the same energy that's right here. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. The other thing is that some of your lyrics are kind of like, they are out the box in a sense that like you out here, you really telling us like, hey, bro, you cool, but you kind of on some fuckboy shit though.
Yeah.
You kind of slick, but you kind of on some thotty shit. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
You really like. I like the fact that you holding the mirror up to this shit, but not in a preachy way. You know what I mean? And that's appreciated because you also mentioned in this climate or in this era that we're in this element, right? And so a lot of that is based on kind of what you're allowed to talk about, you know what I'm saying? And you out the box, you pressing the bubble. So I want to just give you your flowers and kudos for that.
I appreciate that.
Okay, I got a controversial question. So my question, first of all, do you want to answer it now or later?
I guess it really depends on the question.
Right. Okay.
Either way, I'm gonna answer it.
You know what? Let's work our way into it. Hold on.
Right.
First of all, what was for breakfast this morning?
Oh, breakfast this morning, I had Ruby Jeans.
Oh, shit.
Shout out to Ruby Jeans.
Okay.
I had the PB&J, no crust PB&J smoothie, or is it a smoothie? Yeah, smoothie. And then I had what they call power toast, which is toast, peanut butter, flax seeds,
Ooh.
bananas,
Okay.
with a little sprinkle of honey on top.
All right.
So,
So
yeah.
are you a vegan? You healthy?
I'm healthy. I'm not vegan. I like to stay the middle path.
Okay.
I
Some
don't like
moderation.
to sway too much left or right.
Okay.
So really, I just do what my body is asking and calling for. I went for the time, like I went where I was trying to like, I'm gonna be vegan. You know what I'm saying? And like stick to that shit. But this is a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. And then like, when certain people where you at in your life, or where I'm at in my life, if you put too much pressure on yourself, you digress. I digress.
Yes,
You know what I'm
got
saying?
you.
So like I went through that whole thing where I was like really putting pressure on myself to be healthy, which is good. But what I'm trying to get to is I just got to a point where I just do what my body calls for.
Right. What feels good for you?
Yeah. So if my body's like, bitch, let's eat some chicken, and I'm gonna eat some chicken.
Okay.
You know,
Tear it
and
up.
I mean, and then if my body's like, well, you know, let's take it light today or whatever, then I'll
That's
take
what
it
you
light.
want.
But what happens is I get into a mode where the consistency, if I am doing no meat, I build that consistency until I don't want to no more. And then when I do eat meat, I build that consistency where my body's like, nah, that's enough.
Slow down,
Yeah,
let's go.
you know. And so I do what's called for in the moment.
So you like moderation. You like to we'll have fun for a little bit and then go back and
Absolutely.
chill. Okay.
Absolutely. I find that it's better, and I find that it's healthier in all aspects to just be balanced.
Now, is that something that, because we're talking food in this sense right now,
Yeah.
but is that something that carries over into your music and your business? Okay.
Everything. And it took me a long time to get to that point.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
what I've learned is that, you know, with all of these standards and we'll drive ourselves crazy. And I've learned that like this earth is really here for us to experience things, and everything here is for us to have some type of dibble and dabble in. It's not to overindulge, you know.
Okay.
But everything is for us to at least experience.
Enjoy it, at least, right? Try it out and move on.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Joints, blunts, bongs, or dabs. And this doesn't have to touch on any personal thing. I'm just saying, like, which one makes more sense to you?
All of them.
She said I ain't picking one.
Yeah, depending on the mood, cause like I don't smoke now,
Right.
You know, but I used to be a heavy wake and bake. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a stoner.
Oh,
like
okay.
all my life. This is really actually the first time in my life where haven't been indulging in marijuana like that.
Okay.
Because of my profession.
Right.
You know
You're
what I'm saying?
in a professional situation where like I ain't even doing it.
Yeah. But in my past, you know, like if I'm going out with the homies or something like that and we blowing backwoods, and that's what we doing. And I find that joint papers are actually healthier.
Okay.
I find that bongs is where you get the most sensation of the marijuana because it's going straight to you. You know, there's nothing.
So you get that strong
It's going
hit
straight.
right there.
That smoke going straight to you. You don't got nothing to get in the way. You don't have no paper, no filter. There's nothing to get in the way.
Nothing in the way.
You know what I'm saying? You get straight to it. So yeah, they all serve their purpose.
Okay.
Definitely.
Worst place to run out of gas.
Ooh, in the middle of the streets.
Like literally just
Literally, which I've experienced before.
can't get to the shoulder, can't get to no side.
Like
You just,
right there. Like when you thought that you had been looking and battling with that hand,
You're
and
like,
you
"Oh,
thought you
just
can
there.
make
We
it,
just
and
there."
you didn't.
5 more miles.
Just yeah.
It wasn't even 5 more miles. Sometimes it just
Sometimes it's just one step, stop right away type shit.
okay. So we had a little fun. We're learning about you, and I have kind of a controversial question, and I'm picking on you because you're a woman,
Yes.
okay, and because you do music.
Yeah, I like that.
In this particular climate, and I kind of already have the answer in my head, but I'm just curious. Does it not seem odd that some women, when they're rapping, kind of present themselves as they're one way, But then when you meet them there, if I could be direct, and again, I mean no offense, and you could redirect me. I hear some women spit lyrics as if they're from the LGBTQ, right? But then it turns around and they're not. They show up with a man or something. And it's just like, I don't know. In some ways, I'm just like, that's kind of false advertisement, is it not? Because you're kind of playing on these tropes.
Yeah, definitely. In a sense.
But then is that the same as like when? First of all, I want to ask your opinion on that. Does it even matter? Does it mean anything? Does it bother you? Is it silly?
Where I am right now in my life, no. Okay. But before, it has.
You was a point you're like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was, because I come from a place where I represent the LGBT. Okay. You know, but QLMNOP. But it was a point where I was really like a hardcore masculine. What people would call like a stud, or like a butch, or a dyke and stuff like that. And I literally talk about it in this book. I talk about how much oppression inside of that community, and it blows my mind.
Wait, inside
of the LGBTQ community,
amongst themselves.
Okay,
I didn't expect that.
Oh yeah, because like it behooves me that a people who claim to be so oppressed can do so much oppression inside of their own community. Because when it comes, especially with it's really a bigger thing with women of color.
Yeah, the black community.
Yeah. It's not really a thing. It's not really a thing with the white people. It's really a thing with women of color. Like when you take on this connotation or this persona of a stud, then Nick, that's what you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they expect you to be. And if you're not, it's a problem. And like it took me a long time to be like, oh man, this is oppression. It's like when you move into a new neighborhood and they got an HOA, and there's standards, and if you don't keep your grass, you know what I'm saying?
Right, all of a sudden you're not a quality neighbor or something.
You're not a quality neighbor, and you're not what you claim to be because of this definition of a stud. Right. You know what I'm saying? And man, I battle hard.
Can't you be a soft stud?
You can. It's called stems. But I was never that, and I never
Lord.
What happened is early on, because I was always a tomboy. Okay. So I took on that stud thing early on, and so I'm like, oh, it's like a fraternity, like this is for life, and and it was like, okay. So once I started to like grow from that, and started to embrace my feminine, like I had struggles within myself because of this.
Right, because
thing,
like something identity that you had.
Yeah, this identity, you know what I'm saying? And like that did me more harm because I wasn't strong enough to be like, oh, I want to wear earrings today. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, no, I can't do that because I'm a stud. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of scary though,
It's scary as fuck, bro.
Because like, well, I'm on the outside, but like you said, like that community, I would think would be extremely open.
Yeah, me too.
And inclusive.
Yeah, I would think
so. So
a while back, and I'm going to try to make this story short, I was getting my hair cut, and my studism, you know what I'm saying? I was getting my hair cut one day, and the chick that was in the chair, she was talking about, man, all these studs, you know what I'm saying? They ain't studs, and they dressing up like girls, and they sneak dicking. A lot of studs sneak dick. Okay. And in my mind, I'm like, and I was like, but why though? Like, why she can't be herself? Because if you a stud, you a stud. And like, so this is what I'm saying is that when you take on that, like I'm a stud, like inside of the community, in the gay community, and the LGBT, if you're not a stud, like they gonna drag you, bro. Like they'll drag the fuck out.
So I mean, this might be a far-fetched, but it's almost like being a gang member. In the sense that, like, okay, you're part of the clique now, then this is what you do. And if you're not fitting this role or handling these things, then why you here? Yeah. And then the whole time it's like, for the culture, for the culture.
And then if you don't do it, nigga, you know what's gonna happen, right?
Right, you get.
You see what I'm saying? So you can see how that can be very intense with a person that might not serve them no more. Or they might not want to do that no more.
I mean, people should be able to have the opportunity to grow, regardless.
Exactly.
And still feel comfortable within their community or their tribe. Okay. Yeah. All right, well, shit. I mean, for me, it was just like, I guess, almost, I like the phrase you said, sneak dicking, right? Yeah. Where it's like these, I hear these MCs, these rappers, these musicians, these artists, and they're talking like they're full blown, like they don't hear nothing about men. And then you see them and they got a man on their arm. It's like, Okay, so sometime around 3:45, you might, you know. She's like,
you let you know what they call it, you let them intrusive thoughts take over. Yeah, that's what that stud did at that time, and then boom, she pregnant. Yeah.
we gonna stop before the jokes get bad. Thank you for the education,
Most definitely.
and actually, I appreciate your vulnerability there. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't trying to dive into your personal. I really just wanted to get an aspect on that.
Yeah.
But that's even more. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. I really, and that's what I live for though, too, because I feel like that I'm a catalyst of enlightenment.
Yeah.
And being that I've been on that side of the road, you know, like
So-
hopefully I can help somebody else.
Speaking of enlightenment, like how did we get to the book?
Oh, a whole lot of
What do
trials
my
and
dreams
tribulations.
mean?
What do my
I mean,
dreams
like,
mean?
you know, was there? So first of all, there's obviously the point of I'm gonna write a book.
Yeah.
But what got you on a journey to gathering the information and experiences that became the book?
It's crazy because I was just documenting dreams.
Okay.
Like I would dream and I would just write them down. And I've been doing that since when I look at my dream list, like dates going back to like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, okay.
So I was just writing dreams down. I didn't know that me writing dreams down would end up being a book. I actually was just with one of my gay friends. Hey girl, you know who you are. And she was telling me, she was like, and I was just telling her, I was like, man, I got all these dreams and, you know, I'm learning what they mean because the symbolism and the messages in the dream is not what we perceive when in the waking life.
Right.
And so she was like, man, you should write a book. And I was like, damn, I should write a book. So when it came to writing the book, the content was already there.
Right.
The dreams
From
were
your journal,
yeah,
your dream
the
journals.
journaling.
Okay.
So my thing is which ones do I choose? Like which dreams do I choose?
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, so within this book, what is the goal? So the goal is to show people and that they too can learn themselves and get the answers from themselves within the messages that they get through the dreams. Because through the dreams are messages.
They're from the subconscious,
From the
right?
subconscious, from the spiritual world, from the astral, from anything that we might not perceive in a third dimensional space world.
Right.
They're messages. They're like, you know how when people be like, they channel, people channel, and then people talking to tongues, and, so everything that we can't really understand or like put in words are messages and communications from the unseen,
Right.
which the unseen ain't really nothing but us and,
Right.
like our other
aspects, selves, or
other higher selves and shit like
Yeah.
that. So, yeah.
Oh shit, boy, Wu-Tang really did a number on
Hey,
I'm playing.
shout out to Wu-Tang.
I'm playing, but I
R.I.P. to
love
Big
it.
Baby Jesus.
Man, hey, for real.
Yeah.
Back when you were a stoner, what was your favorite strain?
Oh, man. I like the earthy strains.
Okay, explain that for me.
I like the glues.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? I like the mugs that be like, when people be like, oh, that smell like dirt or
that's-
taste like
okay,
dirt.
that-
The earthies, the granddaddies, the perps.
Okay.
Anything that had that undertone of dirt.
The musky.
Yeah, the musky.
Yeah, so not the citrusy lemon. So
They were cool.
probably no hazes and no OGs.
Yeah, the OGs, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? They all really serve their purpose, but yeah, I lean more towards anything earthy.
Earthy, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
fuck with that. All right.
Shout out to Major Pac. First cannabis culture here in Kansas City.
Come on now. And wait, putting it down since before. Never mind, we're not gonna get nobody in trouble, but they've been putting it down. All right. So let's say you're in a romantic situation. You know, they put the blindfold on and they're gonna walk you into something nice, right? All right. What is it? What smell or sound that could occur that'll have you be like, all right, this is too much. Let me take this. I gotta take this. I gotta know what's going on.
I don't know, because I've never been. I've always been that person to do that. being coming from my masculine studies.
Some of y'all need to.
Yeah, a message. No, I think I I don't know. I've never been
You gotta,
that one on the opposite
okay,
side.
so we're gonna pass that one. We're gonna
Yeah.
pass that one. Probably the smell of something burning, like
Yeah.
somebody fucked
I
up the
love
chicken.
incense, right? Yeah, right,
See, there
right.
you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. First date at the crib. So y'all done been on a couple dates, went bowling and roller skating or whatever. But now we at the crib. What you cooking?
Ooh.
Alfredo.
Mm, First of all, I'm gonna ask what they want to eat.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
but if they want me to just whip up something, I probably lean more towards some healthy shit. Believe it or not, you know, I'll
Give 'em
make
some power toast.
Yeah, I make power toast. I'll make them some greens and
Okay.
probably like a little mini Thanksgiving.
Okay.
You know, some candied yams,
Oh shit.
some greens. I make this dope ass stuffed squash. You know, if we're gonna go on the healthy side.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff the
Squash
squash
is
up.
weird sometimes.
Squash is weird. You gotta know how to do it
Yeah.
right.
And zucchini. Squash and
Zucchini is weird too.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, they're weird. But if you do them right,
It works out.
it works out.
I just leave that shit to the wife. She's good at that.
She's
I'm
good
not.
at that. That's what's up.
So I guess this part I want to ask, and this is something I ask a lot of people, and it's really like, how did you discover your talents? Like, at what point did you realize? And this one obviously is a two-parter because
Yeah.
you're multifaceted, right?
Definitely.
I want to focus on the music and the literature, right? But
Okay.
like, I mean, I'm sure your friend said, "Hey, you should write. You should make that a book." But they had to have known that you were good with words before
Yeah.
that. So when did
was
it
actually
happen?
my teacher in
Okay.
high school. Her name was Miss Zig. I went to FL Schlago. Shout out to Wyandotte.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stallions in the building.
let's go.
Shout out to Meg.
Our oldest boy, man. Shout out to Big Thrax. He went to Schlegel.
That's what's up.
All right, so yeah, but okay, so
Miss Zig, she was my drama teacher.
okay.
But she was also my English teacher.
Oh,
And she used to make us write in our journals every day. So once again, not knowing that I'm a writer, you know, I would just write in the journal. That was every day in the morning. We had to write in the journal.
Okay.
She allotted X amount of time for us to write in the journal.
So that was
and
just a
then-
standard, consistent.
Yeah.
Practice,
And,
okay.
Yeah. And then so with her also being my drama teacher, we start writing like short plays. Like, you know, we just would write short,
Oh,
she would
shit.
just tell us like write something.
Yeah.
You know, and so I would write little mini short plays and stuff like that. And so still at the time, not really realizing like I'm an author or a writer. I'm just she really helped us hone in on our creative juices.
Right.
Without us understanding in high
She
school.
like Mr. Miyagi jaw or
Yeah,
some shit.
she
man.
waxed off that shit. yeah.
Bars.
Yeah, she waxed off that
Oh
shit.
man.
So,
Okay. Now,
yeah.
and so with that, my next question, that was a setup for this one really, is how do you navigate multiple facets of your abilities, right? So again, we got the author. You do music, good, dope ass music, by the way. You're also working with Major Pack. So there's a lot of different facets and a lot of hats that you have to wear.
Definitely.
How do you navigate? How do you figure out when you need to switch hats?
That's right now, understanding where I am right now, and it's kind of just like being in the moment, being present in the moment.
Okay.
And as much as like we want to like map out everything.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah.
And then hold ourselves up to that. That's good. But what I'm learning is you gotta leave space to let spirit, universe, God, whoever, whatever. You gotta leave it some space for it to integrate with you. So, and this means that you gotta relinquish control, which is tough.
So
it's,
hard.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Especially if you're both sexes, but especially if you're a mother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I haven't birthed kids, but it's hard to relinquish control. So I'm saying all that to say that it gets to a point to where you understand that what's happening right now, and this is what I need to wear right now.
Right.
Because, like, when we're doing the cannabis expos, I'll wear everything from the transportation hat to the mama hat to the, I mean, I've waited tables to the hospitality hat. Like, so everything, what I'm learning is that you just have to be okay with shit changing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And relinquish control.
Just be a ball of clay and flow with it.
Just stay in the flow.
Man, that's a great answer. So, hold on. What was it like meeting Stevie Nicks?
Oh, man.
How the hell? How did that happen?
All right, so I was going to school for sound. Shout out to KCC.
Yo,
shout out to Corbett, Ian. That was my teacher. He took us to New York.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when we went to New York, Stevie was there in this woman setting. Oh, what was it called? I think it was called Women in Music.
Okay.
And she was basically like a speaker for us. Dude, Stevie's so fucking dope. Like her authenticity.
So she was a speaker at the panel, and y'all got the like.
Yeah, and it wasn't that many women. It was like 6 or 7 of us.
Oh shit!
So it was like
This
real
intimate.
like exclusive, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of who I am today, like she helped that. She was just authentic. She was so fucking natural and grounded, and like she was telling us, she was speaking as a woman. She was like, as a woman, she's like, don't intern, and if you do intern, don't do it long.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? Like she was really giving us the game. She didn't really talk about none of her music, dude. She was really just showing and telling us as direct as she could as women how to navigate being a woman in this masculine
industry or world.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
so that was impactful as hell.
It was very impactful.
Okay.
We when it came to ask questions, like we had all these questions about it. Wasn't even. I didn't even know what to ask her no more. You know what I mean?
Fuck all these questions. You keep talking.
Like damn, like she was just her authenticity, and with her being in Fleetwood, and like she used to tell us, she was like, all the shit that she used to do. She used to do laundry and all these things for these big wig and guys, and it's just like it gets to a point where you be like, as a woman, I'm not doing this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta insert yourself and be like, I get it, but I ain't doing this shit no more.
Because I'm past that, or my value is beyond that.
My value, my talent, my work, my ethic is way beyond what y'all trying to have me do.
Well, we're fucking glad that you got that meeting, because now that energy enforces here in KC.
Thank
you.
I
love that you are putting on for KC and putting on for yourself in the way you do it.
Gratitude.
We need that. So this is going back to your writing, but also probably your music a little bit. Some of your creative process. Do you write in silence or background noise? Do you like a little white noise, a little beat or music going on, or do you just want it quiet?
Being that I've been writing for a long ass time, like the reason why I'm in music, me and my cousins and my sister, you know what I'm saying, our whole thing is that we wanted to meet immature. If you know what I'm talking about, you know I'm giving the age now. So the whole reason why we even got into music was we just want to meet immature.
Okay.
And then we were like, okay, so let's just be rappers, and then we can meet them. You know what I'm saying? Which never happened. But what that did is like, this was when Indian Springs was still up, and like I can remember I was like 13 or 14 years old. Me and my cousins went down to that office down at the basement in the corner, and we was like, we want to do a talent show. You know what I'm saying? It was like, can we do a talent show and shit? And they were like, what?
Wait, what are you here for? What are you talking about? What?
Exactly. So all of the lyrics from that point on, up to this point, was all geared for that.
Yeah.
And then it just took a toll. Like I did a couple of talent shows. Like we actually really did get Indian Springs to do a talent show. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
I feel like that. I'm not saying we were the reason, but when we went down there and talked to that lady, she was like, we don't do talent. You know what I'm saying? We don't do none of that.
Sudden,
right. But
take your flowers. You kick that fucking door
We did
down.
that talent show, like a first or second, third talent show at Indian Springs. I did Big 11 Lake. Did shit with Janelle Monáe, like was in same talent shows with Janelle Monáe. Went to school with Janelle Monáe. And Miss Marie Klein, RIP to her, she was the one, like, she used to do the Big 11 Lake, festivals. and we would get up there and we did talent shows and we won. Until Jonelle came, we didn't win no more after that. It was over after that. But just to be in that same frequency, that atmosphere is her. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
shout out to the Dot. Okay.
Shout out to the Dot all up in here. That's where it all originated from. Took a long ass hiatus and beating on the tables at lunchtime.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you really come from the classics.
Yeah, I come from the classic, dude. I remember all of the guys would be beating on the table, and I was like, "This is dope," and I was like, "I'm gonna write a rap," and I went home and write. This was like way after all that other stuff. I quit doing music after that, and this what brought me back in, and I went home and wrote a rap and memorized it, and came back the next day, and I was like, "Oh, look, listen to this," and I think I fucking spit that rap. That was the rap, you know what I'm saying, for a long ass time. Like, yeah, that's every time there was a cipher, I came in with that same ass rap, you know.
And you know, I was just talking with someone about that, like, in the sense of a freestyle, like when you've been rapping with people for so long, like they just know, like, all right, well there's that certain line or bar that so and so's gonna use, and then they flow into another one.
Yeah.
Like, so it's normal. It's normal.
Definitely.
Okay. Have a little fun here. I got 3 phrases.
All right, let's go.
And I need you to finish them for me, okay?
All right.
Phrase number 1. I love it when.
I love it when, or they love it when?
Either way.
Either one?
Well, I'm gonna let you freestyle. I said I love it when, but
I love it when you throw that ass back in the circle.
that's who is that? That's Lil Ronnie. I'm weak. She went there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's flip it. I hate it when.
I hate it when you don't think I'm sensitive and you don't listen to me.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we might know where this one's going. We finna fight when.
We're not fighting. Not right now where I am.
Okay.
We're not fighting. We gonna fucking talk. Okay? Because we're adults. But we gonna fight when I'm with my homegirls and they say it's time to fight, which I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna cuss y'all bitches out later because don't never put me in a position where I gotta to scuff up my shoes. I'm gonna do it, but you ain't gonna never hear the last of it. I'm gonna need you to hold your shit together next time. So, yeah.
Yeah. Cause no problems. We got this time. Next time, figure that shit out.
You figure that shit out, because if I scuff up my shoes, I'm gonna be mad at you.
For the culture.
For the culture, and we grown. We grown.
So, okay, hold on. This is a tangent question, and I got a couple more questions. I appreciate your time. Excuse me. When it comes to the culture, at what point, what does grown mean for the culture? And I say that because, like, whether it be black culture, hip hop culture, music culture, it doesn't matter, right? Youth culture. There's a lot of ass shaking. There's a lot of twerkery.
Yeah.
But even beyond that, there's like a lot of irreverence. Like, well, let's just get drunk and we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So, is there a point where the culture grows up? Because like right now, it feels like we as individuals grow up and be like, all right, I'm too grown for this.
That's when the culture grows up. When we as individuals grow up. And
when enough of us.
Yeah, and stop saying that we doing whatever we're doing for the culture. Because as much as I love the culture, it's just like, it's kind of like an escape goat route. You know what I'm saying? Because then if everybody's doing everything for the culture, then where's the self-accountability? You know what I'm saying? So like, I get it. Like, I love the culture, and then I kind of think that this is also a form of where they can keep us in a box.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So the culture grows when people start growing in their individualism and stand on what they believe in individualistically. And then they start setting a different tone, and then it sets a different tone for the culture, and now the culture is elevating.
Right,
so we still gonna have the culture, like we're still gonna have fashion, we're still gonna have music, we're still gonna have ass twerking, we're still gonna have all those things, but now we can incorporate things that aren't necessarily, or what's taboo, or what's not accepted, like affirmation music, or like self-accountability music, or niggas like Free Soul that's telling people to be yourself, or people like me that's like be you. And then when we start doing this helps the culture grow, and then everything plays its part when it should. As much as I'm like, I get a lot of, I don't want to, in my music, I don't want to seem like I get people like, you seem like you better than everybody because you do certain music and whatever like that. But I feel like everything serves its purpose. I just feel like that more light needs to be shunned on things that will help people grow.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Like I'm not, and it's crazy because I used to be so adamant about the music is trash and why can't we have like great music? And I used to be so fucking adamant about that. And I've been putting out great music like this forever, but I never put it out because I didn't want to be that only person putting out something different, which is now is the way for it, because everybody's like shining in their authenticity. And we'll always have Sexy Reds, and we'll always have K-Stylists, and we'll always have Boss Man D-Los, and we'll always have Rich the Factors. But now it's nice to know that we have Out the Box Kels, and we have Free Souls, and we have Chris and Teeb, and we have Tony Jones, and we have all of these other aspects that help with the babies more than anything. Now the babies got something to listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Wu-Tang for the children.
It's for the children.
Well, so
so now we got shit for them to listen to. And then this is just all still part of the culture. Everything just serves its purpose, because I don't want to be listening to my affirmation shit when I'm finna go turn up with my homegirls. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that Glorilla shit.
You know what
I'm on that Glorilla shit. But I'm not finna fucking wake up and be on that, you know. Not me, personally. Because I understand that music is a frequency, it does things to you.
And there's a time and place for everything.
There's a time and place for everything.
I used to be real big. I used to be a really big opponent of respectability politics. And I'm still not for that. But I because like you said, sometimes that's done to keep people in the box, right? But I also understand, like, damn, at some point we do kind of mature, you know, and the shit that I was listening to at 16 don't really fit once you have children or you start paying a mortgage. Like, it don't really work. So,
and who wants to be like, okay, well, I gotta listen to, and this not a knock. You know what I'm saying? This is just be like, because that music was more pure. Like I gotta listen to Rick James, or I gotta listen to Muddy Waters to get my feel of something that is not, you know, that's giving me a level of something that's not giving me a negative thing. Because don't get me wrong, like, a lot of this music does have a negative undertone. It does. Like, a lot of twerk shit, it has a negative undertone because people just feel like that's it. But, you know, like, now I can be like, okay, I don't have to necessarily resort to 60, 70, 80s musics to get something that's not that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can listen to somebody that's up to date that can still give me that feel as that old school music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to, like, I got options and choices now. And
that's a key fucking point, because that's something that most of y'all backpackers, most of y'all boom bap golden age people, and I'm not knocking y'all, but that is the thing that everyone talks about they loved about the 90s. It was like, there's so much variety and options. And here you are talking about options. I like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Come on now. All right, so look, we got a couple more questions, but we do have to pay some bills.
Let's do it.
This is where we ask some sponsorship questions, or sponsored questions. So this one actually comes from Thrax Pastry. Nothing for sale here, just a suggestion of where you can spend some time. Super easy question. This one is called comfort food. And basically, you've had a long day at work, long studio session, long writing session. What's that go-to comfort food for you? That one that'll be like, you know what? I don't care what happened. That plate just made my day.
Cracklins.
Ooh, shit. That was quick.
Real quick.
Cracklin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, not even because, like, at that point of the day, I'm not really even looking for a plate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want something that's good, but ain't too heavy, you know. And cracklins, believe it or not, I fuck with the pork. Believe it or not, it's healthier than some Doritos. You know what I'm saying? And or skin, you know. It's healthier than some Lays.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
damn
saying?
Takis and shit.
It's
that people-
healthier than the Takis. And when you get a plug, like, you know, that, like, I know a dude that he make his cracklings like from scratch. It ain't even like no store bought shit.
Yeah.
Like he be down at the River Market. You know what I'm saying? And he got skins and cracklings, and it's a lightweight, fulfilling
Yeah.
comfort food for me.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I was not expecting that answer. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next one comes from Pickup USA. I would like you to tell me an activity or sport that you use now or would use to keep yourself in performance shape.
Roller skating.
Oh shit, she was quick. Okay,
Yeah.
roller skate. That's right, you used to roller.
Yeah, I used to play roller derby. Shout out to the Fountain City. Shout out to the Dead Girl. Motherfucking shout out to we got a lot of different leagues here. Believe it or
Okay,
not.
yeah.
We got With the League, and we got roller derby is big here.
That's a major Midwest thing, right?
That is a major Midwest thing. It's really big, and so the only reason why I got into roller derby was to let off some steam. You know, it's like hockey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you hit people, you
that
roller
is.
skate. Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
okay.
It's a good way to let off steam, but I don't play derby no more. So this is regular roller skating right now.
That's now okay. So in that case, it's more just like just grooving and just kind of getting into your zone.
Jam skating.
Yeah. Okay.
Grooving, and bike riding.
Oh
I
shit.
love to ride bike.
Okay, mountain
Yeah.
bike or just like
Mountain.
around the course or whatever. Okay,
Mountain bike. Hidden Valley Trail is a good trail.
you out there.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
you
out
did
there.
mention you tomboyish.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, as far as like the question that you asked,
Yeah.
definitely
I like that.
roller skating and bike riding.
Bike riding. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now this question comes from Casey Soda.
I
Do you
fuck with
call
him.
it soda or do you call it pop?
Being from Kansas City, we call it pop. Being a little cultured and very diverse, and lived on both. I lived in D.C., Maryland for a little bit. I
Okay.
lived in Arizona.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I call it soda too. So
Call
I
it
guess
soda.
whichever one roll off the lip
Whichever
first.
one at that time.
Yeah.
DC. So you was out there listening to go-go music and
Oh,
shit.
go slap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, Mo?
But up in the Mo County,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
in here.
All right, so what does knowledge of self mean to you?
Knowledge of self. Knowledge of self means that you understand and are aware of, quote unquote, your flaws
Okay.
or the things that you don't accept about yourself. And either one, being okay with that, and if you're not okay with it, learning how to be okay with it.
Ooh, shit.
It's that simple.
That was a good one.
Self-accountability.
Okay, I want to go through. We've talked a lot about the range and all the layers to ODB Kels.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your creative process, right?
Okay.
This is what I call the chicken or the egg question.
Mm-hmm.
What comes first, the beat or the lyrics?
The beat.
The beat. Yeah, the way you was bobbing, like, she's a rhythm girl.
Yeah, the
rhythm.
beat.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely the beat comes first.
Now with that, I want to ask what I call studio feng shui. What are some things that have to be in the studio in order for you to feel like you had a good session? And what are some things that cannot be in the studio?
Well, things that have to be in a good session, studio session, is the fucking engineer.
Gotta have a good engineer.
Yeah, you gotta have a good engineer. I don't like a lot of people
Okay.
when it comes to my creative process, because I'm an empath, and I pick up on a lot of people's energy. And I don't want a lot of people. I get nervous. I get anxious.
Yeah.
So whether it's my energy or their energy, I'm still yet
It's still
deciphering which one it is. But I know it makes me anxious, and I know it makes me overthink. and then I can't get in a comfort zone.
Now the whole session is done.
Like I don't know what kind of influctuation I'm gonna use, and now I'm overthinking everything. Should I break it? Should I break the lyrics up and half them half, or should I one take Jake it and go all the way through? Like I'm over stimulated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then don't let me have been indulging in anything like a liquor, or you know what I'm saying, anything. Don't let me have been indulging in anything. At that point, it's just like, oh my God.
So what should have been like an hour session could be like 2 hours because you're trying to figure out.
For no reason.
Right. Yeah. Ooh, no, now we wasting money.
For no reason. So I don't like a lot of people in the
that
session.
That happens a lot. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Getting close. How do you know when a project is done?
I don't.
You don't?
Nope. And I don't worry about it. I just start putting shit out.
Oh, okay.
Because the more I think about it, the more ain't shit finna get done. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more I'm thinking about, because I like to tell stories.
Okay.
In my projects and shit like that. So the more I'm like, oh, should I drop this one first or should I drop this? So the more that I start doing that, the less likely the project is gonna come out.
So you just like, you don't even think about
let's
it. You
put
just
it down. It's really about feeling how it makes me feel. Like this song make me feel good.
Mm-hmm. Then
so I'm gonna put it out there. And then sometimes it's like I want to relay a message, kind of like Kill 'Em All that just dropped. I loved writing that song. Those lyrics are more than 10 years old.
Swear.
But the beat is recent. But within saying all of that, I want to relay this message, and then I start thinking, well, what if people don't vibe with it, or what if it's too controversial, and so when it gets to that, just put it out.
Go out, yeah. I just stop.
Just
stop
put
thinking.
it out, because or else it won't never get out. And the only thing at that point, the only thing that matters is in the beginning, I wanted to put out a message.
Okay.
So
stick to that.
Stick to that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is called the elevator pitch.
Okay.
So the way this works, you're on an elevator, or you're just in a public space with someone that just found out you're ODB Kels.
Okay.
And they run up to you and they're like, yo, give me a song or a project that'll help me like get to know who you are. Like the introductory joint.
Of ODB Kels in the elevator at that point.
Yeah. Like, if you were giving them your calling card. But
I would say the affirmation album.
The affirmation album.
Yeah, I did an affirmation album last year. It's called Affirmations, Ascensions for Health. It's called Affirmations, Healing and Ascension.
Ooh.
Music for Healing and Ascension. So that's probably the one I would give them.
Because I would give them an idea of just a good snapshot of who ODB Kels is, what you can do, the potential.
Like in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like before and kind of after, but in the middle. Yeah.
You notice the theme is moderation. The car's in the middle, she eats in the middle.
Listen,
like she just...
the middle path is the way to go.
I love it.
Once I start swaying to left or right, I got problems.
Something's wrong, but your system is going to recalibrate and bring you back anyway.
Thank God. Right now, yeah. It took a long time to get there.
All right, so I got to tell you, I really, really appreciate your energy. I appreciate your time. I learned more about you than I had expected. Just, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, we just going to learn about a writer and a musician. No, there's a whole lot more going on here.
Definitely.
You're actually an activist in your own way.
In my own way.
Yeah.
But I don't want to sway too far right with that.
You stick with what feels good for you.
Yeah,
you stick right in
the moment. Like, I'm sticking to what's feeling good in the moment. So if I put out an activist song like Kill 'Em All this month, and then next month I put out a twerk song, then fuck it, that's how I feel.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
All right, shit. Martin Luther King did it. No, let's stop. Let's stop. I'm just saying he had a little fun. Everybody had a little fun.
He had a lot of fun. And he had a lot of things that they didn't show us. There's pictures around with Martin smoking cigarettes and shit. They never showed us that shit.
I always thought that's where the do-rag mock-up came from. Like, I know they was trying to be funny, but I know there were images or elements coming. Come on.
MLK wanted that, but they trying to shoot a narrative.
Right.
So they want him to be a certain
clean
way.
cuts.
Yeah, but he wasn't like that all the time.
Right.
Yeah, and nobody is.
Right.
Nobody's like that. If you're like that all the time,
Something wrong.
Something's wrong with you, and you might want to.
So this has been a fun conversation. You like everyone. You probably get this a lot, but you feel like everyone's favorite auntie. You just feel like that.
Yeah, I'm the rich auntie.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm the rich favorite auntie. You know,
rich auntie.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna spoil them kids and give them back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give them everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give them some wisdom, and I'm gonna give them back.
And she can put her mink on and go on
and go on about my business. Yeah.
So this is the closing question, and I ask everybody this: when it's all said and done, when they've read the book, when they've listened to the music, they've gone to the shows, what is it that you want the people to walk away with as far as experiencing ODB Kels?
I want them to walk away with knowing that nothing is absolute. Nothing is absolute. And everything is both left and right.
Okay.
It's everything's... Boy, you better pop your shit. Everything is duality. Good and bad is only a spectrum of duality. It's the same thing.
Right.
So just be okay with all of it. You know what I'm saying? Be okay with she was okay with all of it. She was okay with her feminine. She was okay with her masculine. She was okay with her activism. She was okay with her ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all serves its purpose. It all serves its purpose for the experience to understand who I am, and then hopefully that'll help other people understand who they are. Don't lean too far. You know what I'm saying? Just ride the wave.
I like that.
That
has been your consistent theme. You ain't gotta go. There's no need for an extreme.
Yeah,
just go with the flow.
You know, and a lot of people that get messed up because a lot of people have their own agendas. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's money or whether it's fame, whatever their agenda is. So it's easy to get caught up, and hopefully I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, when the shit start climbing, shit change. You know what I'm saying? But depending on a person's agenda, just be okay with everything. Just be okay. That's life. It's all life. Good, bad, up, down, left, right.
It's all life.
It's all service purpose, and it's all life for you to experience, to understand who you are and what it is that you do and don't want.
God damn, I feel inspired already.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being funny, but I'm not being funny at all. You better feel this shit.
Yeah.
So, okay, where can we find the book? And what I know we got Kill 'Em All that is out now.
Kill 'Em All just dropped on February 2nd. It's out now. Video is out on YouTube. Song on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. Very controversial song. Like I said, and I'm doing it right now in Black History Month because it's great timing. But it's basically just talking about oppression. And it's a creative depiction of oppression of religion, oppression of sexism, oppression of racism, oppression on yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's just a depiction of that. So that's out right now, dropping. And then the book you can get, if you want a signed copy, they're on Amazon. But you can also get a signed copy from me if you're local. I'll sign it for you. You know what I'm saying? Drop it off. But even if you're somewhere else and you want a signed copy, hit me up at ODB Kels. You know what I'm saying? You can shoot me an Instagram, or you can shoot me a Facebook.
Facebook, okay.
Or you can shoot me an email, outthebox54@gmail.com. Exactly how it sounds. And then I'll sign a copy and I'll send it to you. So either way. Or you can get it off Amazon. It's on Amazon too. So
plenty options, plenty opportunity.
Grab the ODB hats too. We got them too.
And this has been a plenty dope conversation. Bump Jonas here with none other than
ODB Kels.
Look, y'all, as I always say, love yourself like you try to love the world. Do something to earn your place in the world this week. And just be a dope motherfucker. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.
That was dope.
That was
You're
powerful.
a great interviewer, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Like,
Thank you.
You got the juice.